I'm Caroline.
I'm Anna.
Steve.
I'm Regina.
Quinn. Okay, so living in Georgia, the only thing that is ever really certain is that the weather is constantly changing. It is nothing new for us to have a cold day of like 60 degrees, and even the next day the weather will spike to 70 or even higher than that. So we have had several warm winters and cold days, and it just loves to switch up on us. So this crazy weather has led me to the concept of climate change. Although we rarely hear about climate change or global warming, when thinking about it, especially here in Georgia, you really have to wonder if we're being affected. So you can ask yourself, is the climate changing? What will be the impact on the environment and human population? And what is to be done? So some citizens have dedicated a lot of their lives and a lot of time to spread awareness on climate change. Other individuals have never had a second thought about it. Like me, up until a couple years ago, I never really even thought about climate change because that was really politics stuff and just kind of over my head. So in my speech, I'm going to go over the different views of the supporters and deniers of different concepts with climate change / global warming. First off, when you think of climate change, it's not just temperature. It also includes humidity, precipitation, cloudiness, winds, and more. All of those things can affect climate change / global warming. So that's things like changes in the rising sea level, glacier changes, river flow, and water changes in lakes. So now that you have a better idea of what climate change consists of, we can go over the different views of the supporters and deniers. And a book over climate change, it's called Climate Change, Sustainable Development and Human Security, a comparative analysis by Dorinda reads, a changing climate leads to changes in frequency, intensity, spatial extent, duration, and timing of extreme weather and climate events. But the book isn't biased. They just basically show the supporters' views and the deniers' views and different reasons for why they take that claim. So the book also reads, deniers believe that some of these predictions are purely scare tactics. They hold that a modest warming is likely to be beneficial. They also read, we do not see any significant warming of the atmosphere. The ocean covering 71% of the Earth's surface shows no appreciable warming either. And when it comes to supporting climate change, NASA is a contributor. And that's pretty important because NASA has a lot of input on our weather and our environment. So their website is filled with different information. They've got facts, statistics, they show images and the causes and effects of climate change. They also list other scientific American societies who have backed the claim of climate change. And this is what NASA has to say. 97% or more of actively published climate scientists agree climate weather trends over the past century are extremely likely due to human activities. In addition, most of the leading scientific organizations worldwide have issued public statements endorsing this position. And I have a few graphs on climate change. And this one has to do with carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide can affect our ozone layer, which is pretty important for protecting us from the sun. And it reads that for centuries, atmospheric carbon dioxide have never been above this line, and it's at 300, and this is from 1950. And the current level is now 400, and that's parts per million. And then another graph shows the temperature anomaly, and it shows that the temperature has steadily been rising since basically the 1900s. So obviously, if climate change is as serious problem as it seems, we should address the situation in the most effective way possible, considering this is the one and only planet that we have. That being said, we should focus on what we can do about the situation. The United States Department of Energy is working hard to expand the working of cleaner energy. In an article, they read, to fight climate change, the Energy Department supports research and innovation that make fossil energy technologies cleaner and less harmful to people and the environment. They say, we're taking responsible steps to cut carbon pollution, develop domestic renewable energy production, and win the global race for cleaner energy innovation. They're also working hard dramatically to increase the efficiency of appliances, homes, businesses, and vehicles. Okay.
There you go.
There you
Five
go.
times.
Can we comment on